All right, kings and queens, peep this, right? This is something that's going to help you transcend not only the ego and the mind and all of these social worldly norms which keep you confined to that ongoing mental subvocal communication in your own head, which is fucking babble anyway. The human mind produces about anywhere from around about 80,000 thoughts per day, right? Of which how much of it is actual quality, value, and something that is, visionary mindset, something that's going to actually bring a certain level of benefit and upliftment to your life and your character? Hardly any, because you got to remember, the mind just regurgitates what it sees and it hears. And what we see and hear is BS for the most part. If you've taken the time out to actually align with spiritual knowledge, spiritual essence and truth, right? Then for the most part, you're actually going to be retaining information that's actually going to uplift your spirit, expand your mind, knowledge and consciousness. Whereas for the most part, if you're just watching Netflix, Love Island, sports, cool. I'm not shitting on anyone, right? We all like garbage TV every now and again. But if that's the majority of the stuff that you do, garbage in, garbage out. So you can't expect your cognition and your thoughts to be of any higher quality because you're not putting anything of quality in. Make sense? So with that being said, right? What I wish to tell you is, on top of that, let me bounce off that. The point of this message is, what's crazy, and once you peep this, you're literally free. This is why I'm able just to be in a state of flow, joyful, blissful, happy. Not only is it because I've got a strong energetic foundation and spiritual base, but I also know the fact that every single person in this world that you know has a different perception of you. And once you peep that, you realize that none of those perceptions are even the real you. None of the perceptions that people have of you are you, right? Because it's a game of perception. Perception is faulty. Dr. David R. Hawkins has a quote whereby he says, right? Perception, with these two eyes, perceiving reality, right? Perception is a very faulty mechanism for experiencing reality. Why? Because it lacks context. You see me right now, right? The average Joe on the street, he's not going to think I'm delivering you a highly conscious message. He'll just think, yeah, he's recording some BS video or on FaceTime or whatever, right? So in that sense, why would I care if someone walks past me and gives me a dirty look or whatever the case may be, right? I know what I'm doing. So that's all that counts. That's all that counts is what you think. And for the most part, right, when you are grounded within love, when grounded within a certain level of respect for yourself, people will automatically respect it. Because as within, so without. No one can love you and believe in you until you love and believe in yourself. That's why when you see me, I'm not arrogant about it. I just know who I am, right? So I walk with a certain level of poise, charisma, composure, just straight sauce. Why? Because I know who I am. I had to build everything from scratch. The spiritual side of myself, I had to build it. Well, you align with it, not build it, because you come into it with that anyway. But when it comes to the physique, when it comes to my intelligence, when it comes to my resilience, when it comes to just my work ethic, I had to build all of this from scratch. And that's the most beautiful thing about it. Because anything that you build, anything that you put time, energy, and attention to, that you build from the ground up, can't no one take away from you. We live in a world full of cowards, in a world full of deception, right? The ruling hand which governs this world, these are masters of deception. They've been finessing and cooking humanity since the beginning of time. So once we know that, all you've got to do is just build your own base, build your own flow. People want to melt into your world, not only women, but like, is it not the best, right? When you're just in your own flow, you're just waving, you're just, because you believe in yourself, you believe in your own character, you believe in your own message, you believe in what you've built. So hence, you don't need someone else's belief in order to believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, so people will believe in you. That's just how it is. And until you realize that, until you actually really step into that power of your own, you will forever be externalizing your power, forever be looking for validation or belief or love from someone else. You don't need love from anyone else. Love yourself first, because it all starts with you. It all starts with you. I promise you that. It all starts with how you feel about yourself. And no one can do that for you. No one can love you for you. No one can like you for you. No one can believe you for you. And on top of that, right, there needs to be a certain element of work. There needs to be a certain element of something that you put your time, energy, and attention into. It could be a craft, it could be a business, it could be something that you genuinely are passionate about. So you can't necessarily just be sitting around doing a bunch of BS and expecting yourself to believe in yourself, because you're not really doing anything. You can't fool the subconscious mind, right? So with all that being said, people, you just gotta remember that This is a world of perception, right? Perception is illusory, very illusory. There'll be a lot more content coming on this subject because this is very important. That's something I need you lot to peep. Perception is very faulty. Perception, these two eyes. How many people, let me give you this, right? How many people you see looking fly, flashy, yeah, but when you come around them, right, they're just a little bit shaky. They're not really, you can see they're not rooted and grounded within themselves. It's like the persona has taken over and they identify with what they've got on instead of actually being rooted in a genuine sense of self, a knowledge of who and what you are. And then once you have that, everything else is a bonus. It's all a bonus. Then you can really be fly. Then you can really have some fucking sauce and charisma because it's real. Like, you lot see me everywhere. This is me everywhere at all times. Like, you gotta make yourself unshakable, guy or girl, especially women. Because you lot get it the worst. Because what you gotta remember, the ruling hand always has to flip your biology against you. For example, women, right? They know that women biologically are programmed to look for the most complete and the most desirable mate, right? So it's rooted in their biology to go out there looking for men, meaning looking as presentable as possible. And also on top of that, you gotta remember their physiology and their biology is wired for it. So when you pull up with source, when you pull up with a strong, powerful energy, bro, she cannot help it. And I'm saying, even if she's got a boyfriend, she cannot help it. It's just rooted within her biology. And if you are dating this girl and you have no energy, and a man who's got way more energy than you pulls up and she finds him attractive, what do you think is gonna happen, boy? This is a game of metaphysical energy. Men, on the other hand, our biology, yeah, we can't help it, boy. But you gotta remember, that's still a level of consciousness. That's you in your lust, in your sacral chakra, right? In your root, in your sacral. Still just fight or flight, trying to mash everything, which is cool, but you have to transcend animal consciousness, which is a possibility for everyone. Everyone can do it. But yeah, guys, I'm not trying to make this video too long. Yeah, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, no one will. Peace and power, love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.